Hi folks, welcome to the Sabres Reloaded. This is the video on the channel that talks about current topics or just topics in general relating to our team. And the topic I came up with today is keeping things in perspective. Keeping this in perspective, call it what you want. How are we going to keep this in perspective? Because you know how hockey fans are. We're going to think we're going to win the cup now. And we went from, we have no goaltending, no defenseman. Now we'll never be beaten again. You know how hockey fans, it's such a high emotional game that we go on like a roller coaster, right? During the year, it's a roller coaster. And I think it's what brings us back as hockey fans, guys. I really do. Sports is such, the highs feel so damn good when you're there. It's just worth suffering. Because any sports fan suffers. Like there's a 32 league that we love here, and 31 fans are going to suffer this year. They're not going to win the cup. Only one fan base is going to be really happy by the end of this season, and that's just the way it is. That's the cold hard reality of this game. So I think keeping this in perspective for me would be nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. My outlook on the Sabres has not changed, and I can prove that because I have videos to support that. I get frustrated. Like you, I do. But I also have a very strong belief in what we're doing this time. I'm not making it up. Guys, when we had Kruger here, I wanted to take this guy and shoot him. Like, I was so fed up of his press conferences and his demeanor. There was so many things I can't even begin to tell you how it drove me nuts listening to this man after every loss. And hearing the same song and dance and getting the same damn result. But this time, we're getting the results. We have to realize, okay, we can't forget this. We're the youngest team in the league. We're the lowest paid team in the league. If you subtract the Ben Bishop deal that we have, the fake contract that we have. And in reality, you know, where were we just not too long ago? How high paid was our team a few years ago when we had Eichel and Hall and Stahl and all these guys? How high was our team then, guys? Think about it. We're one of the highest paid teams in the league with a garbage team. Now we have a team with heart, soul, drive, determination, and we got rock bottom. So yeah, there's still real hockey players out there. You just got to go find them, and you got to build upon them. And then you got to trust them. When they go through bad periods, ask a guy like Peyton Krebs how bad he looked just a few weeks, 5-6 games ago. He didn't look too good. A lot of us were talking about sending him down, which we can't. But, you know, we were frustrated, right? As a fan base, I know I was, and people were talking about we got to move him. Can't give up that easy. I say, you know, with any guy you're fed up with, has he been a Buffalo Sabre for 3 years straight? You know, 3 full seasons. Does he have at least 200 NHL games under his belt or not? Because if he doesn't, then you're giving up way too soon. Because some of these players are going to play 1,000 games. How do you know what he's going to do the next 800 games? There's no way we know, right? So this is why, even with Middlestat, you see I get fed up. Bryson, and I like Bryson. I don't think he's horrible. I just don't believe he fits in our plans as a team. I just don't think he does. I mean, I could be wrong. He might start lighting it up all of a sudden. I don't know. I don't see it happening. He got a good offensive swing. He just doesn't have any close to him. There's no close to his offensive swing. And I think we're going to have to really look hard at our team this year by the end of the season, especially if we come close to missing the playoffs and we miss and we didn't make any moves. We're going to be frustrated with Adams. Even though I know the team's improved, and we're going to be frustrated because, you know, we're desperate. We're a desperate fan base that wants to see the Sabres back in. I do realize that, you know. And I do realize it might be 2 more years. It could be. I don't think it will be after what I'm seeing the last few weeks. It could be this year, you know. Next year seems like a shoo-in. We'll make the playoffs if we just continue to develop properly and don't mess up and go sign some guy for $10 million, you know? Can you imagine if we would have went and took in Patrick Kane for $10 million now and we had him signed for 6-7 years? His numbers? No. Like, you got to sign players what they're worth, not what they've done. You know, the smart organizations do not sign you for what you've done in the past. They sign you for what you might become. That's what good organizations do, and that's what we're doing. We're not about to sign guys that are old and washed up. Sorry. It's not happening. So these ideas were good maybe 6-7 years ago. Not now. When somebody's like 33, 34, 35, 2 years. Take a short-term deal on somebody that can come, bring some leadership, help out. As long as they don't hurt the cap. I don't want anybody, I don't care who it is, that's going to come in here and kill the cap on us. You know, like a guy like Chychrun, where the Sabres fans have talked about, is a possibility because his cap hit is not insanely insane. It's just not. It's what is he, like 4'6" or something? Or, you know what I mean? And if we go that route, I can handle that. But nobody like 6 million and up. I just, the more I see this team develop, the more I realize we got to spend as little as possible to maintain this bunch. We just do, guys. Let me check Chychrun right now. I think it's 4'6". Yeah, okay, 4'6" this year and the next 2 years. It's a good deal. He's 24, you know? You get a guy like this, and if we go and get a guy like this, and we give up a first rounder for him this year, and let's say we're out of the playoffs, but we have like a 2-3% chance of getting Bedard, and we trade our first rounder to get this guy, do it. Do it. Because then you've solidified your blue line for how long? They're all young. We'd have Chychrun, Dahlin. I mean, and we'd be able to fit in the 4.6. We'd be able to handle that. That we could handle. Okposo's coming off the books. Gergensen's coming off the books. Certain guys are coming off the books, and they're not going to make much more. They're not even going to make close, I meant to say, to what they're making now. Maybe Gergensen's, maybe. Not Okposo. Okposo might be $1 million contract next year, 1.5, if he stays. That's if he stays. That's if we, I know the Sabres they're getting tougher, okay? The thing with Comrie, you seen when Granato talked about if we lost him, if he was claimed, right? And Granato said, I hope not, because I really like him, but, this is the business we're in, and he's right. We signed this guy in the offseason, and we're willing to lose him because UPL right now, it would be insane of us and a stupid move to send him back down. It just would be. So keeping things in perspective for me is, I guess, the simplest thing I'm going to do with this. Like today, I'm just going to be calm. I'm going to watch this game. I'm going to be excited if they win again. But I'm going to just take it calmly. If we lose and we play bad and we look bad, they're forgiven. They're playing really good lately. I don't think we will play bad. I think we're on such a high right now. We're going to beat a lot more teams. I just feel like, oh boy, this Sabres team feels like they're just getting going, guys. That's how it feels. We explode against Detroit, and now we do this in Boston. A comeback like that. I guess I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it there with this video. I got a few more to make, or I got one more to make. I got one more to make. Yeah, I got one more to make. All right, guys. I'll see you in that one.